Ibn Abdul Wahhab's own words are not enough to disqualify him as a Khariji deviant, then consider what his own brother, Sulaiman ibn Abdul Wahhab, had to say. Sulaiman was himself a learned and well-respected Hanbali scholar of his time. Nonetheless, Sulaiman addressed his brother with a very harsh refutation. The people of knowledge have mentioned the statements and words that, if said by a Muslim, make him an apostate, but neither did they say that the one making a vow to other than Allah is an apostate, nor did they say that the one who touches the graves, takes dust from them for blessing, is an apostate, as you proclaim. If you have something clear and obvious as proof, then you should make it clear to us, because it's not permissible to conceal knowledge. The fact is that you don't have this proof, for you have taken this understanding of yours, opposed the consensus, and declared the Ummah of Muhammad in totality to be disbelievers, when you said, whoever does these actions, then he's a disbeliever, and whoever did not do it, then he's a disbeliever. According to some of the people of knowledge, these practices have filled the Muslim world for more than 700 years. But the people of knowledge who did not do these actions never declared those people of knowledge who did them to be disbelievers. Neither party even declared the laws of the apostates to be in effect over them, but quite the contrary. Their judgment was that these people were Muslims. So here Sulaiman recognized that his brother's takfir doctrine against those who do istighatha is completely unprecedented, and the result is he's takfiring the whole ummah. Furthermore, istighatha has filled the Muslim world for centuries, but no scholar did mass takfir like Ibn Abdul Wahhab is doing. He continues, this is in contradiction to what you say, whereas you've declared the urban centers and other lands of the Muslims to be upon kufr and apostasy. You've even made their lands to be abodes of war, even the two sacred precincts, meaning Mecca and Medina, which the Prophet ﷺ informed us in the clear and manifest hadith that these two places would always be lands of Islam. Idols would never be worshipped in them, and that even at the end of time, the false Messiah would enter all the lands except the two sacred precincts, meaning Mecca and Medina. According to you, all these lands are abodes of war, Dar al-Harb. Its population disbelievers due to the fact that they worship idols. According to you, they're associating partners with Allah and committing the shirk that expels one from the religion. Indeed, to Allah we belong and to Him we return. I swear by Allah that for a surety, this is the very essence of opposition to Allah, His Messenger, and the scholars of Islam, without a doubt. So here Sulaiman is shocked that his brother has declared war on the Ummah and deemed all the Muslim lands, including Mecca and Medina, as Dar al-Harb. He continues, the most strict and harsh in these matters that we know of, these same matters that you declare the Ummah to be disbelievers due to them, such as vows and so forth, are Ibn Taymiyyah and Ibn al-Qayyim, and they, may Allah have mercy on both of them, have clearly and unequivocally stated in their own words that this is not the shirk that expels one from the religion. Quite the contrary, they clearly stated that there are many different types of shirk that are much greater than this, and that this ummah has people who do this action and are stubborn about it, but with this said, they did not declare the one who does so to be a disbeliever. So to summarize this lengthy quote, Sulaiman makes a few key points. Ibn Abdul Wahhab auto-takfiring those who do istighatha is unprecedented. No one in his time or before had this view. Even the scholars who were most harsh on istighatha, namely Ibn Taymiyyah and Ibn al-Qayyim, didn't go as far as Ibn Abdul Wahhab. Ibn Abdul Wahhab's stance on auto-takfir plus chain takfir has the result that Ibn Abdul Wahhab is declaring the whole ummah to be kafir, mushrik, apostates. Because he's declaring the entirety of the ummah as kafir apostates, he's declaring war on the entirety of the ummah, including the Muslims in Mecca and Medina. Something to keep in mind, Sulaiman ibn Abdul Wahhab wasn't some Sufi-loving Ash'ari. He himself was completely against istighatha and condemned the innovations around saint veneration in his time. But his problem with his brother, Ibn Abdul Wahhab, is that his brother goes too far. He's absolutely shocked that his brother is inventing this new hyper-takfir doctrine and declaring the entire ummah as kafir mushriks in order to justify offensive jihad against them. How do you think Ibn Abdul Wahhab reacted to his brother Sulaiman's refutation? Yep, you guessed it, he takfired Sulaiman, and then he declared jihad against him.